I love nature, you know. It's corny, but I do, and I get a real inspiration from being out in the natural world, whether it's high desert, low desert, along the ocean, up in the mountains. It doesn't matter, it's all good. Luckily, my husband was really interested in traveling, and we went all over, and all these places had their special form of magic. So I had a couple of ideas. The first one was from a visit to the Orkney Islands, where there are these things called stalled cairns. A cairn is a covered hill, and these had these long stone-lined passages with fins of stone. They were fabulous, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. I could do something with that idea. I had been making paintings, drawings, photography. I had done some room installations, and everything like that, the installation work, was temporary and ephemeral. And here was this stuff made out of rock that was going to last forever. For the first time in my life, was making object sculpture, and there are 3 of them here at Grounds for Sculpture. Now, I know people who love working with wood, and there's other people who love to cast in bronze. And I appreciate all these materials, but I find something resonates with me with the material of stone. This is a very didactic exhibition. I've never done anything quite like this before. The photographic part of it was done really to tell a story. That art doesn't come out of nowhere. It comes out of your life experiences. It comes out of things that inspire you, places you've been, cultures you've read about or went to visit their sites. In the exhibit, one wall that has all black and white photographs are the photographs I took visiting these various sites, and that has a dark background. And then facing it on a light background are color photographs of sculptures and projects that were inspired by the places that I visited. So I was hoping to give people a chance to see that art doesn't come out of nowhere. It comes out of the past, comes out of other contemporary artists, it comes out of what people read. I mean, it comes out of your imagination. There's just a million places where it comes. But for me, it came from visiting and experiencing these archaeological and geological sites. People always ask me, where do you come up with these titles? Usually titles of shows or works come after the work. I have to see it. I mean, I can imagine it in my mind, but it takes on a different presence when you see it out in the world, when you see the reality of it. I read a lot of poetry because I just get inspired by poetry, and one of my favorite poems is Octavio Paz, because he's so interested in the natural world. So when I was thinking of this show, I cover a lot of ground in the show, and it's not just about one thing. I was reading a poem by Paz called Wind, Water, Stone, and I thought, that pretty much covers a lot of bases that I'm covering, you know, and the idea is that wind moves water, water carves stone, and stone stands up to wind. It just really fit. I hope that people realize that no matter what you're doing, whether you're making large pieces that sit in plazas or smaller pieces for private collectors, that the same kind of vision is what's captured in the photographs. That the photographs are just a different way of expressing what I found in real space. And those experiences I had, although they're rendered in a 2-dimensional way, I hope people will experience in a 3-dimensional way with the sculptures that I made that were influenced by places I went to. I don't think that any of your early influences ever leave you. I think they're always part of your artistic DNA. Art can be a verb, it can be a noun, it can be, yes, it can be a thing, but what happens to you when you see that thing is what the art is. It's not the thing itself. Art is an experience.